why is it, and maybe you don't have an answer for this, but why is it that the human body can smell vomit and then vomit, but we don't smell shit and then shit?
First, I must say, use that mind for good, please. just the things you think about, just make sure you use it for good.
I'll put some good in it.
For good.
Hi, I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children.
Hey everybody, welcome to Dr. After Dark. We appreciate you sending us the emails. I got a bunch of good ones today. That's at drdrewafterdark@gmail.com. And, of course, the voice messages at 818-253-1693. The great Ryan Sickler sitting in today.
Thank you, Dr. Drew. Thank you for having me. It's exciting to be back.
And I have, I react, people who've watched the show know I get sneezing every time I come in the studio. And now that I'm post-COVID, that's even worse. You know, do you get that where your nose kind of fills up?
It's so funny.
In unusual ways?
I had to actually make a list here because all right. So I had COVID.
Yep. How long ago?
I'm about 5 weeks now. We
had it at the same time. I'm starting week 6 right now.
I might have been just right around the same time, yeah. Because I know we were texting before. I was bugging you during it, and I still have no smell. I haven't had it for about 5 weeks. Taste is interesting. Everything sweet tastes the same sweet. So if I hadn't had experience with food in my mouth, I couldn't tell you the difference between a pineapple and a grape. It all tastes the same sweet.
I had the exact same experience with salty.
Really?
Yeah. And I couldn't taste anything except salty.
Huh. I can't get nothing with pickles, mustard, nothing.
Yeah.
I can feel spice, and I can taste mint when I chew.
How about temperature?
Gum. Temperature I can feel.
Yeah,
because
I still craved hot drinks.
Yeah.
Crave hot drinks.
I'm still very cloudy mentally, very cloudy mentally.
I'm with you. This is going to be a great show, by the way.
Very cloudy. I can't believe, the thought is there. It just sort of like floats around in my head like a bingo ball until it pops up, and I'm like, there's what I wanted to say.
My wife calls me dazed.
That's,
I'm dazed.
That's fair. Very tired still.
Me
Going
too.
up the steps tires me out. Doing laundry tires me out.
Do you go back to bed 6 times a day?
Not anymore.
I do.
At my worst, okay, I'm very fortunate because actually the episode for my show, The Honeydew, is out this week. I did an episode with Giannis Pappas from History Hyenas, and
nice.
He had it very bad. And we call it the tale of 2 coronas because 6 people in my circle had it. We were all pretty minimal. I'm the worst at this point now with the smell, but 3 of us lost smell. 2 of them were younger. They got it back in 3 to 5 days.
Yeah.
I still am going with it.
I just missed hospitalization.
You were bad.
I was bad. And the monoclonal antibody, bamlanivimab, kept me out and steroids.
That's what made me laugh. You're like, well, just ask your doctor for blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I don't know how to ask my doctor for that. But I had a head cold at my worst.
Really? That's it?
That was it. None of us had fever, muscle aches.
Oh, my God.
Diarrhea.
I was laid out. I'm still
that.
short of breath.
I couldn't breathe, and I got very tired. We went for a 15-minute walk to get some real vitamin D, and I went home and slept for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that happens to me all the time.
I did dishes. I slept for an hour.
I hope people like hearing us whine. It's awesome.
I mean,
I'm disgusted with myself.
But this is what the difference is. Like with Giannis, we laughed because he was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance.
Yeah.
He's staying at a friend's house up the street because they weren't there. They're like, you can quarantine here. He calls EMS. They're rushing him to the hospital. They have a brand new 3-week-old baby, the most susceptible, can't be vac, nothing.
Poor thing.
And he stays away. Well, his wife sees the ambulance drive by the house. She runs out in a robe and slippers screaming, "That's my husband." Meanwhile, we're riding around listening to Christmas songs and shit. You know what I mean? And we're like the tale of 2 COVIDs.
Yeah, very
like everyone,
different.
yes.
That's the thing about this thing. It is so random in terms of it's nefarious. It's random and nefarious.
Do you get the heart flutters? I get those too.
I had a lot of weird stuff with
that freaks me out. I'm still getting that. I'll sit there and I'll go, and then it's gone.
Yeah. So I wondered. Well, I could tell it was infecting my heart in addition to my lungs, because when I was at a high fever, I was like 102. My heart rate was 80. That's not normal.
Yeah.
Then when the fever resolved, if I climbed stairs, my heart rate was 130. It was something was up, and I get the palpitations and all that stuff.
Well, I went
Now
and
it
had a
seems pretty
scan.
normal.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Because my doctor's like, look, do not freak out about this.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they found some nodules on my lungs. And
Yeah.
he said, look,
Before the COVID or after?
after.
Oh, yeah,
he said,
yeah.
look,
That's
this is
normal.
very
Inflammatory
post-COVID. He goes,
nodules.
I don't
yeah.
like that they use the word nodules, but 6 months to a year, we'll keep an eye on
Yeah.
this. I'm sure you're fine. It was right after COVID, but
Yeah.
let's just keep an
He's
eye.
right.
So
Less than 1 centimeter nodules after
they're
a
like
disease like
0.4
this.
millimeter.
Yeah,
Nothing.
you just watch them.
Let me see what
I'm
else
sure I have
is
shit
on
like
my
that going.
list.
I don't want to see an X-ray of my lungs. What are you going to do about it? You know?
Right. That's the other thing. And he's like, don't worry. Oh, and I've had more headaches now than I've ever had in my life. I'm starting to get
headaches, and again, some personality changes. I've been a little irritable and attacking.
Yeah, I can't say I haven't,
and I have such bad ringing in my ear. It's just ridiculous. It started the second day of the illness. It was really bad at first, and then now it's just bad.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I haven't had that. I'm very, like I say, I'm very fortunate. I still
And I
have.
smell back. My smell's back, taste is back. That's
How
all
long
back
did
for
that
me.
take you?
I never lost the smell, and the taste was about a week.
I mean,
Anyway.
this is the only way I can remember my childhood and my smells, Dr. Drew. You know, I smell my Old Bay, fresh
How's
cut
all
grass,
that
the
going?
rain,
All your childhood
trauma.
trauma and exploration.
It's going great.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you set me off onto EMDR therapy, which I incorrectly called EDMR therapy for a little while. But I realized through going to that therapy that all these things I'm having anxiety about, and I was telling you, flying and heights came out of nowhere. I loved shooting down that runway and taking off. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I realized that none of this shit that I am anxious about is actually happening. This is all pre-programmed from other things I've felt in my past and dealt with in my past. And the things that are happening to 47-year-old me right now are a byproduct of these things that happened at a certain age that I've been pre-programmed to feel.
right.
So I've been working on my meditation and taking things literally day by day.
So you've been unregulated by trauma. And so now you're learning to regulate again. So,
Yes.
and also to connect to feelings. That's another thing about anxiety. When you're not connected to your feelings, you're just left with the anxiety.
Well, also didn't know how much anxiety had been lying dormant all these years until something sparked and was like, we're back. You know what I mean? Like,
you seem a lot calmer the last time I talked to you.
I feel good. I feel good.
Relationships are better, that kind of thing?
You know, all my relationships are better right now. Also taking ownership in your shit, part of it. Like, that's the big part. People want to be like, well, if we can just, no.
You know what happens? Sometimes when you start getting better and start sort of being willing to embrace your part, that's when the other people will unload on you. That's when the oh, you want to you're ready to hear
You
it?
ready for
Wait,
it?
and you're gonna listen. Here it comes.
It's been quite an exercise in killing my ego.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a big part.
But
That's
don't-
also a big part of it. Is just crushing my ego. I'm trying to push it down.
Humility.
Yeah,
Humility,
I'm
humility,
trying.
gratitude. Humility, gratitude. These are important
Yeah.
feelings. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm
Are,
working
are
on
you
it.
are you sharing with others to help them?
I've
get
sent
to it?
several people to that
Yeah.
same therapist you connected
Yeah.
me to, and they love her. They love her.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, she's great.
Excellent. Well, good for you, man. Congratulations. It's a big
Thank
deal.
you.
It's a big deal. Well, let's go to some silliness here.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm ready, Dr.
We're
Drew.
we're over COVID. We're over trauma. We're
Well, that's what I
feeling
wanted to
better.
say real quick, if you don't mind. Like you said, I tested negative.
I did too, and then
I go
finally I
in-
tested positive.
yeah.
That was the most uncomfortable part of the whole thing for me. But go ahead, you finish your thought.
I go in twice a year. I do it a little extra for physicals, blood work, lipid panel, urine, all that stuff, just with family history. And he said, hey, you know, I do the blood work a week before I stop in, and that way when I come back, we can sit down, go over the numbers. And he said, well, you get an antibody and a COVID test. It's covered. You want to just do it? And I said, yeah, sure, we'll do it. So I'm negative for both on like a Monday. And then I want to go visit Tom in the recovery center. And he's like, well, you got to have one that's like within 48 hours. Because I was only about a week, maybe a little over a week I had been tested. But again, asymptomatic. There would have been no reason other than visiting Tom Segura for me to get tested again. And I wouldn't have. And it comes back positive. I'm like, this is a false positive.
There are a lot of those.
Call my daughter's mother. She sounds like death. She's like, I just left the COVID test. I'm like, well, we have it. I can tell you. And then my daughter, boom, and then 3 others of us had it. So,
And then you got little symptoms.
and I was asymptomatic again for the first 3 days after testing. So here's a good week to 10 days. This is what I'm telling my doctor. He's like, this is why we need a vaccine. He's like, unbeknownst to you, you could be out in the Targets and
You
the
could be a
grocery
super
stores,
spreader, yeah.
and spreading it to everyone.
Yeah.
And not know it. And About day 3 is when the first thing was my smell went, and I was like, this shit's real.
Here it is.
And then here comes the head. But the worst part of all of it was the anxiety. Every morning waking up, am I worse? Is this in my chest?
How bad is this going to
That's right.
get?
I was scared of the chest because of the no beds here and ICUs.
Yeah, my goal was to stay out of the hospital because I didn't want to take a bed. And by the way, you go into a different category when you're in the hospital. The numbers change.
Oh, they do?
Admitted. Yeah, they go against you a little bit.
Oh, great.
While when you're outpatient, just 99% recovery. It's like, forget it. I had fever immediately. My wife was next to me the entire night. Came out and felt my head and went, oh my God, took a temperature, boom. And
she never got
it. My one son got it, and all he did was slip my eggs under the door every morning. He got it. I had negative test for 3 days, and then on day 4, Christmas Eve I get sick, negative. Sunday night I'm lying in bed going, oh crap, this better be COVID. I better get a positive test because if it isn't, this is leukemia.
That's what I saw you say that,
and I was like,
oh God,
it's either,
another thing.
This is how doctors think. When there's a high febrile illness that's unexplained, you go, I need a blood count. We got to make sure it's not leukemia, because my age group can get sporadically get rare acute lymphocytic leukemia or acute myelogenous leukemia. So I thought, I'm going to get a bone marrow biopsy in the morning. Get ready for this. I was really had myself talked into it Sunday night. That was the most unpleasant part of the entire experience. And then positive.
I remember you texting me saying, I can't even drive. I never got that bad. Like, we would literally put on Christmas music and drive around and look at lights.
I could not get out of bed.
That's what I'm saying.
2 weeks.
It taxed people. We're driving around like, look at the Grinch, kids. Look, there's a nativity scene, and everybody else.
I'm glad you got some low hauler symptoms. You deserve it. So.
I'll take no smell for a few months instead of what you guys went through.
Let's start with some videos just to cleanse the palate a little bit here. I would like to see a girl cries about shitting pants. That seems like something Ryan might enjoy for an initial exposure.
Yeah, let's see it.
I was just standing there and I was on register. My stomach started to hurt really bad and I was like, it's okay, I just have to fart. And I just let it come out because I thought it was a fart. And it was diarrhea. I shit my pants at work.
Oh, I feel bad for her. Honey, we have a name for that. It's called a shart. Come on.
Doing that, it's the same rule that applies for pregnant women. If you think you have to fart and it might be a shit, don't do it. Do not ask that lady if she's pregnant. I don't care if her water just broke in front of you. Yeah. Don't ask that woman if she's pregnant. Yeah.
I did this on a plane once.
You sharted on a plane?
Yeah. I was.
How far into the flight were you?
2/3 of the way, and had the full diarrhea like she had. I was literally, I thought I had to fart. I thought I'm going to let this slip out a little bit. And I'm sitting there about 10 minutes later going, did I spill something? What's going on
here? You
didn't
even feel it slide out?
That's the thing about when you really have diarrhea. And it was because I ate a vegan meal the night before, which happens every time I go full vegan. And I will not engage in any activities should I ever eat a vegan meal again. And I got up to the bathroom and was like, oh my God, what the hell? I had to then go to the run to the airport bathroom.
Wait, hold on. You still have a third of a flight left. So you're Dr. Drew too. Are you scared people are gonna
yes, but thankfully it's not going too bad on the smell front. It's like it could have been bad.
I wouldn't know.
But it wasn't bad. And I got off the plane, run to the bathroom, grab paper towels, wash in the toilet, and throw away the underwear. Just throw it away. It's just gone. And go about my next flight.
I want to ask you a question as a doctor, and I'm sorry that happened to you, but
thank you.
Why is it, and maybe you don't have an answer for this, but why is it that the human body can smell vomit and then vomit, but we don't smell shit and then shit? How come I don't walk into a bathroom and smell this disgusting smell and then shit myself the same way my body reacts if I smell vomit?
In fact, you might vomit more than shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Ryan, first I must say, use that mind for good, please. just the things you think about, just make sure you use it for good.
I'll put some good in it.
For good. There's something called we used to call it, at least the chemoreceptor trigger zone, that certain smells and things cause this high level of disgust to the point that triggers nausea.
What other smells besides vomit are
there
popular?
are certain bacteria.
Blood?
No, there are bacteria smells that are just crazy that you've never probably been exposed to.
And it'll make you vomit.
It could make you vomit. But the interesting thing is, it's not just the smells, right? Seeing somebody vomit can make you vomit.
Hearing
and
it
gag.
splatter and the gag.
Yeah, it somehow triggers a gag response that's
Yeah.
associated with the entire emptying of the stomach.
But being in a public restroom, washing my hands while some guy explodes in the toilet next to me does not make me shit my pants.
No, it makes you laugh,
Yeah,
interestingly.
it does. Yeah.
So good. Use the mind for good. Use the mind for good.
I will, Doctor.
More beehole work. Heroin beehole. I was a heroin addict 8 years of my life. I'm sober now for 2 years. Negatively impacted my body, but wreaked havoc on my butthole. I would shit only once every 2 weeks. Annie, listen carefully to this. And it would be like giving birth out of my butt, right? Does that sound familiar for our staff? Pooping out a softball, because when you're on opiates, it causes constipation, right? So painful, went on for years. My beehole now looks like inside out or something. Pretty sure it's hemorrhoids. That's right. Or even prolapse, possibly. I'm so embarrassed when I 69 my boyfriend or get it from behind because I just know my swollen beehole is exposed for him to see. Is there anything at all I can do to fix this now? So I can have a normal-looking butthole that doesn't look like it's swollen grapes around it. Yeah. And I'm assuming this is not a gay male, but a female?
It sounds very female to me.
That's what I was thinking. So I don't want to bias it in any way, but I'm thinking it's a woman. You can have that operated on. You can have hemorrhoidectomies. They can take care of all that. It's a little bit of an unpleasant procedure, by the way. It's not good times.
But also, if you've got a man who's 69
he doesn't care.
and he doesn't give a
This
shit,
is the thing that women,
lock him down.
Women cannot
Lock him down.
But women also just don't understand this about men. They assume men will when
I'll
they're
work
in,
around that.
when they're in, they're in.
Yeah, they don't care. You're right.
They can erode their kneecaps off. They could do not vomit in response to things that would normally make them vomit. They're in. Let's see. Nipple plague. Plagued as long as I can remember. As long after puberty, I became quite self-conscious of having this. I assume as a female again. She calls it braille nipples. My areolas have bumps surrounding the nipples. You know, those little sort of
I have a couple
glands.
of those on my areolas.
I've tried squeezing them like one would with whiteheads and blackheads. How common are they? Very common. Also, are men turned off by this phenomenon?
No.
When they're in, guys. You don't
Doesn't matter. You could have 6 titties and bumps all over them. We're fucking you. We're fucking.
Oh, God. Let's hear a voicemail, please.
Hi, Dr. Drew. My name is Brett.
Brett is depressed.
I'm really into trans women.
Okay.
It's what I've always liked. And it's not new at all. And I've been with many of them. I want to know how that started. Where do you think it, started to make me become a person that was into trans women?
Okay.
Because it's been since I was very young. Well, thank you.
Right.
And you bet I'm coming up in May.
I bet you are. So maybe nothing, right? There may be no way of explaining that, right?
Well, how would you know just from a call of somebody saying?
Well, but I'm going to offer one thing. I'm going to offer one thing that's sort of a general trend, which is that men, when they're evolving, I've seen this enough to know that this is a thing, that there's something that happens between the age of about really 12 to 14, maybe 11 to 14, depending on the male, where the things that they are exposed to and attracted to sexually become preferences that are locked in. Like when you're probably a little too young for this, but when I was a kid, Playboy was all we had, and you would see stuff, and all of a sudden that would be, you would it almost exceeds your brain's capacity to regulate, and thereby kind of. And now what they're exposed to porn and stuff, who knows what their preferences are.
Well,
Maybe
this is what I worry about. For me, I'm 47, so the progression sexually for us was an older brother or someone
had
we
magazines
found
or
a
movies,
magazine, and then it was, God, if a girl let you touch her boob over the sweater, you couldn't even believe getting under it, over the bra, but under. I mean, come on, and we're talking about bases and shit. And there's this natural progression.
And we're talking like 12, 14?
Yeah, high school, early high school. Yeah. I lost my virginity at 15. But now I worry. I try to talk to my stepson about it because you can just go right to, if a guy's fist is up a woman. And
right.
Like, that's not how you. Some of them are into it, but you work up to that.
But exposing the young brain to this, it exceeds the regulatory capacity and is going to wire in something.
Yes.
And what that something is, I don't know. So I'd be interested to know if he was exposed to some material that he found highly, highly arousing when he was a certain age,
And then that locks in.
and that locks in as a preference then. And I think about the fact that for my age, just seeing a certain body type in a picture was enough to lock in preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're seeing stuff that's like, "Wah," and they can go from one to the next to the next. Maybe they won't get preferences even because there's just so much stuff they're exposed to. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I was so horny that in 7th and 8th grade,
Use that brain for good.
I used to set our VCR to record Knots Landing.
Oh,
Okay, it would come on at like 10
did
o'clock.
you like
at
Linda?
night.
What's her name? Or did
Man,
you like
Donna Mills,
Donna Mills.
Nicolette Sheridan? I mean, I would jerk off to Knots Landing nonstop, and I don't know how no one ever questioned me. Like, why are you setting the VCR so you can watch Knots Landing tomorrow?
And you've already watched it. Why are you watching
I
it
would
again?
jerk off to Knots Landing nonstop.
In my age, it was I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a roster on Knots Landing.
That was the
though.
best we would get.
Man.
It's really funny. Listen to them listening to you back here. These old
Knots
farts start.
Landing, look it up.
What are you guys doing?
Donna
What
Mills,
happened to
that
you
lip
guys when you were
gloss.
14? Give us a little. Oh, look at this. He doesn't know what Knots Landing are. He's gonna
There
look
it
it up.
is. Yeah,
Give us
man.
some pictures.
Look at
There's
that cast. Look at that. Look how hot those women were back in the day. Joan Van Art, they had all of them in there.
I just saw Joan Van Ark on Love Boat.
God.
Yeah, there they are. There,
Yeah.
that's sort of it right there. Oh, and Michelle, what's her name?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
brunette.
Yeah.
That's right. What a roster.
Where are they now?
They're still in my spank bank.
Who's the one on the way left there? I didn't recognize that one.
Me either.
I wonder
Is
that's
this
a
a
later,
new round of Knots Landing?
later character or something. But gentlemen in the control booth, what are we speaking any form of something you can understand even or that happened to you in a different way? No, none of them will step up.
No, they're like, no, I choke and spit right out of the gate. I'm like, you got to work up to that. That's a privilege.
No, and he says no.
I mean, I don't know what Knots Landing is.
No, I'm
I've never-
not saying you watch a TV show. I'm saying, were you exposed to stuff when you were like 12 or 14 years old that became like, ooh, that's my zone.
Yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, I don't know. I'm sure I was, but I also grew up in an age that I could access porn on the internet. So.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm wondering how it affected you guys, whether if you can relate to what we're talking about at all, or whether it's just a different thing.
Oh no, I understand what you're talking about. Like, there are definitely certain preferences I have now because of certain porns I saw
There
as
you
a
go.
kid.
There
for
you go.
sure.
Let me ask you this question, though, dialing back into that. Is it possible for me to be heterosexual
Yeah.
and then see this thing that does turn me on and then I go that way? Or does that sort of have me bi or poly or whatever instead of just one or the other? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I kind of know what you're asking. Let me just say that. So there's two kind of questions here. One is, well, why do certain preferences get locked in? Why those?
Right.
Right. Is there something about the biology or psychology or whatever about? So why do we pick the preferences we pick, and why do those land? Right. And then what you're talking about is when kids start looking for higher levels of arousal, they're like, that's not enough anymore. I need more. It's not a preference yet. Oh, there it is. And that can make you, I believe, could probably make you a little kind of fluid.
Okay.
Right? Makes sense
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
I'm speaking to so many people now. I just had Jason Ellis on who told me he's pansexual, and he's like, I'll have sex with anything. Man, woman,
I
whatever.
thought he was identifying as gay last time I talked
Well,
to
he
him.
was gay, but he said I also will have. I'm with a woman right now.
Oh,
and-
with Katie, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll have sex. He told me he had sex with like some 450-pound lady with a lazy eye, and he's like, I'll fuck anything.
Wow.
And so he's like, so I guess I'm
That is
pansexual. Because he
pansexual.
said he was also into trans women. He's like, yeah, that wouldn't bother me at all. I would absolutely do that.
Does he have a preference right now?
I think his preference is ladies, but he's certainly not,
Discriminating.
Yeah, he does not discriminate. His
God
dick
bless
doesn't,
him.
at least.
God
I know, right?
bless Jason. God
I really
bless him.
do feel like he's got it figured out.
I'm on his podcast. By the way, you should check out his podcast. Awesomeness, awesome show, awesome. Oh shit!
I forget.
Look it up, guys. Help
Yeah,
me.
look it up.
We got to get it right.
Get it right for Jason Ellis.
But it's he's electrocuted me. Awesome World. There it is.
Awesome World, yeah.
Yeah, he's electrocuted me on this next fight.
What do you mean?
You have to see it. To
Therapy?
understand. No, a dog collar. So,
I'm
No, no,
definitely
no.
going to watch.
all right. Testicles smell like eggs. The other day I was eating some scrambled eggs because I was too lazy to heat them back up. I lifted them to my mouth. I immediately noticed they smelled just like my boyfriend's testicles. I was wondering if most testicles smell like this. Do scrambled eggs smell like testicles, or do my boyfriend's testicles smell like cold scrambled eggs?
Or is your boyfriend rubbing his nuts all over your scrambled eggs in the
Cool.
fridge?
Does ball smell have to do with diet? I would say no. Is eating too many eggs? No. But eggs can have a kind of a sour sulfur kind of smell sometimes. And that is what bacteria produce to create smells too. So I would say he probably has a little bacterial overgrowth down there. We might want to get some antibacterial soaps going, because good on you for sticking with him, even with the sulfur smell down there, the egg smell. Good times.
God damn, that's a good woman there, too.
That is a good woman.
That's a good woman to put up with some rotten eggs on your nutsack.
Shout out to our friends at Keeps. They offer simple, stress-free ways to keep your hair. Convenient virtual doctor visits, consultations, medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months. You don't have to even leave your home. In the day of COVID, it's an important thing. And this is all medication I've been using for years. Low cost. Treatments start at just $10 per month. Keeps offers generic versions of medication, discreet packaging, proven results. Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors. Prevention is the key. Keep your hair. Keeps, Treatment can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so act fast. Go to Keeps, get a consultation with a physician, get medication that you used to have to go see the doctor to get. I prescribed these medicines for years. They work. They keep your hair. This is an efficiency. Keeps is a way to do this easily, comfort of your own home, without having to go see a doctor and go to the pharmacy and all that stuff. It's efficient. Now, if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to Keeps, KEEPS.com/Dr. Drew to receive your first month of treatment for free. That is Keeps.com/Dr. Drew to get your first month free. One more time, KEEPS.com/Dr. Drew. Do it now. One of those powerful ways to improve your overall health and happiness is to get a good night's sleep. But if your daily routine has changed, it can be more difficult to fall asleep, stay asleep. We need sleep. We like sleep. Many of us want more of it. And 2020 has been, well, a lot. We could benefit from less stress, more sleep. So it's important to take care of ourselves and invest in our well-being during this time of anxiety. That is why we are excited to partner with our friends at Calm. It's an app designed to ease stress and get better sleep in your life. Look at this. I just look at the picture on the app makes you feel better. Whoop, now it's switched off on me. Just looking at the picture on the app makes me feel better. And of course, I don't know if you can hear this. You can't hear the stream running in the background. They have a library of programs designed for healthy sleep. Oh, there it is. Good. Doesn't that make you feel better already? Sleep stories are narrated by soothing voices. Stephen Fry, Kelly Rowland. We should just play this in the background all the time. Over 85 million people around the world use Calm to take care of their minds and get better sleep. And if you go to calm.com/Dr. Drew, you'll get a limited time offer of 40% off a Calm premium subscription, which includes hundreds of hours of programming. Get the Calm app, experience a transformation in the way you sleep. They've got tons of ways. They've got something for everybody in the app. Really, they do. For listeners of the show, Calm is offering this special limited time promotion of 40% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/Dr. Drew. That's 40% off, unlimited access to Calm's entire library, and new content is added every week. Get started today at calm.com/Dr. Drew. That is calm.com/Dr. Drew. Okay, I'll get to inform you. I will not be coming up in May because my peen is not working. I'm a 25-year-old male, and although I've been able to maintain an erection and feel aroused, I've not been able to orgasm with a partner since I broke up with my girlfriend a year ago. Ooh, boy. Recently, this has devolved into not having an erection at all. I've heard of porn-induced ED, and I have since given that up, but I'm still having these issues. Or will I have to... dude, you need to get a medical evaluation.
I was going to say, is this depression?
It could be, but it also could be prolactin screening tumor in the pituitary, which is very common. When men lose their libido or lose their erectile function, that's a powerful enough biology that there's usually a medical explanation for it. It can be depression. It can be medication. But a very common thing is pituitary tumors. Very common.
Really?
Another thing can be vascular problems. Sort of diabetes can do this. You could be diabetic. There's all kinds of things that can cause this problem. It needs to be medically evaluated by your doctor. So do not just assume I need to take a medication to make my penis work. Something's going on there. So let us get to another voice message, please.
that the rain outside?
It's
Hey there,
raining.
mommy.
Wow.
This is Johnny from Tennessee. Hope
Johnny.
you're doing well, and Happy New Year. Here's a peener inquiry for you. Is
Another-
it possible to have been circumcised incorrectly? Around the bottom of the tip, there's a patch of skin that I can almost fit a Q-tip in, sort of a tunnel separating my foreskin and the head of the dick. There's also a hole right next to it that goes a little deeper. I have to constantly be cleaning inside of both due to a white substance building up inside, which isn't a problem, but I just don't understand. Appreciate it, and don't be stingy now, Drew. Take care.
Yeah, buddy. So the white stuff is something gleefully referred to by young males as smegma.
Smegma,
That is
yeah, I'm
smegma.
familiar
That's
with
debris buildup, yeast, all kinds of stuff. And what you're talking about is scarring. He has an abnormal scar. So this, scars can sometimes cause little bridges. That's
Is that because it wasn't?
I don't. Who knows? It is not what I would call a complication of the circumcision, but it is the result of the circumcision.
Now, would you recommend him going in and having that fixed?
Well, that's a really interesting question. I'd have to kind of see what it is. I'd probably look into that if it were me, because it's something that they probably could just simply clean up and just sort of. Now the question is there something about him, the way he forms scar, that's just going to happen again?
Oh, I see. Your body could just be.
Yeah, some people form scars in interesting ways. You ever seen like a keloid scar?
Mm-hmm.
This is not that, but there's lots of variations on that theme.
So even though you could have that fixed because of the way your body is, it could grow back just like that again.
Or something like that's the question. What's the probability of the fix being satisfactory?
Okay.
So it's interesting. Really interesting call. How about a swastika cool guy? That one I've been kind of holding my breath about, but let's see what we got here.
Here is a dollar sign, a pile of them.
Uh-oh.
Then I have peace signs. Do, do, do. And then lastly, I have a treasure trove of swastikas. Here, I'm going to show you real quick.
Antigua?
Oh, look how slimy and evil it all is. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah.
God, is he
Who
cool?
needs this?
What is that?
Who needs
That's
that?
a Reese's peanut butter
Swastika on a
wrapper.
peanut butter wrapper.
Oh, that was a dollar sign on the back of a tika. But it's part of the world that we live in, and it's just a symbol. So can we make it more acceptable? Can you put a peace sign around a tika? And the answer is yes. Even if you've cut it out in felt, you can then combine the two symbols by grabbing your peace sign and then putting little tongs that the swastika has through the holes in the peace sign. There it is. There's the tika with the swastika contained and encompassed by peace. The tika can mean war, and the question is, can you bring peace? Does it ever trump war? Can you actually manage to bring about victory with peace instead of evil and violence and resentment and hatred?
I think I've had enough.
And I think
I mean,
so I've never heard of a swastika called a tika.
me either.
That's weird.
That's some inside shit.
There's
right there.
another brain that needs to be used for good because it's drifting. It's going into bad places. He seems too bright for his own good. Like, I think we need to corral that brain with a little bit of education.
I do like the felt and the arts and crafts, though.
I do like
That's
that.
nice,
It throws me back to childhood a little bit. Yep.
Where he probably learned this shit.
But he has some cool guy markers on him. First of all, the neck tat. Neck tat is sort of a... It's not the full neck tat. You know, when you have the full across the neck. That's
the chin.
that's a very specific
that
criminal kind of
it is
kind of
definitely
tat.
criminal.
Yeah. But the face tat is the universal tat for I'm bipolar and was manic one day and put it on my face.
Is that what that is?
That's pretty much what that is. I mean, it's not, of course, not 100%, but very commonly that's what that is. So we got the little bipolar disorder in here probably. Well, he's cool. What are your
cool
thoughts?
guy, totally
Any
cool
thoughts on
guy.
him? Cool,
It looks like a mermaid tail. I think if I'm gonna go, look, tattoos are commitments, but if I'm going on my face, I've got to
You're
be
going
sure.
floral.
Yeah, I'm going floral. I have a rose on my arm. I'll go floral on my face, color too, but it's gonna be appealing and nice.
You got to at least do a Mike
inviting.
Go for a Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
they just an homage to Mike Tyson. At least I think that's what.
That's what I feel like he had, some fake ass bad Mike Tyson ripoff.
I think that's what he was kind of going for. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, everybody, store.ymhstudios.com. That's where you get the merchandise now. Oh, there we go. Anal starts at 50. Thank you. And there is the Rational Revolution cup. I love that mug. Oh, my God, I must have one. That is the best thing ever, guys.
That's a great mug.
Woo! I didn't know we had that. Is that new?
Yeah, it just got added.
Oh, my goodness. Please, gentlemen, I want one or two. That is extraordinary. Look at us.
That looks great.
We are we're
too.
communist leaders in that, but we're advocating rationality and republicanism.
It's the same thing he did with the swastika.
There you go. We're not political parties. We're not affiliated, but we like republics, and we like rationality.
Rationality, yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, worried about the peener. Hi, mommies. Do we have any? Oh, by the way, do we have any king and queen, any king videos out there? Get that ready on TikTok. Queen above 18 here. Okay, I'm worried about my dick. Queen above 18 is female. Okay, well, I recently purchased a fleshlight. After a few minutes of use, the edge of my the head started to hurt and darken. That's purple. That's blood. When I masturbate, as I always have, dry-handed and with passion, keeping the foreskin over the edge of my... We need to teach this gentleman English. There's never been any pain or darkening. I've noticed similar darkening wieners in porn, but they seem fine. Porns are not real. I'm a virgin, so I don't know what to think. It's just a little bit of bruising. That's all, my friend. But you can get peronis. You can get scarring and stuff that pulls the penis one way or another.
I had one time a girl give me oral so aggressively that
what are they thinking when they do that?
I mean, aggressively.
Yeah, I know. It hurt.
It did hurt.
Yeah.
And the tip of my dick had bruises on it, and she sucked so hard.
And it can swell too, weirdly.
It gave hickeys
on
it, and I could the next morning I woke up and I freaked the fuck out, and I went to my doctor, and he's like, "Hey,
I wish I was that doctor."
And I was like,
I would have been like,
I got an aggressive blowjob last night. And he's like, "Yeah, you got hickeys," and he's like, "Tell her not to do that all the time.
Thank you.
She can do it once in a while."
You went to go see a great doctor. Good for you. Same guy you're seeing now?
Yeah, he's
good
been my
for
doctor
you.
Forever.
I like that guy.
He's been my doctor forever.
All right, here's a little bit. You know the king?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
I know the king.
All right, let's hear from the king. He, by the way, sent me a personal video.
Come on.
He did when I was sick.
What did he say to you?
Maybe we'll have to play it. You guys, after this, we'll play it for you. But he was wrong. I took him at his word. He's the king. And he was so wrong.
His lip smack and shit gets.
Here he is.
Good morning, Julia. Wake up, my queen. Come on. Time to get up, baby. It is 5:30 in the morning. I don't know where you have to go today, but get up, take your shower, and have a good breakfast. You guys need to jump on my page and wish Julia a happy day. Today is her day. She is the queen. Wake up, my queen. All right. You guys have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you later. Put them feet on the ground and take off running.
He just keeps going. He keeps rolling. It never stops.
I love you, my queen.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Have a good day. Julia.
We have to show...
The king
Uh-oh.
and the queens.
That's it? I just ran out of time.
I love his sign
they usually cut off.
Oh, but scroll up my personal one. But I get, first of all, he spends an awful lot of time getting women out of bed.
He does.
That's
loves to wake them up.
That's sort of extraordinary that women need that much help getting out of bed. But I have such a strong reaction to him because I, in spite of myself, get the appeal. And I'm creeped out at the same time. It's the craziest feeling. It's like, oh, I get why you guys kind of like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. Right? I mean, it's the craziest thing. That's what's so entertaining about it. But here's my
gross and this is for you right
here.
It's
for me, straight to me. Yeah.
This video goes out to a very special king. Drew, I hear you're not feeling well today. I hope you get a fast recovery. I am sending you all my wishes. And I am sending you good spirits to get better. The king has faith in you. You will get better. You will be starting to feel better by Wednesday. Believe me, have faith in me. I will send everything I can for you to get better. You guys have a beautiful day. You guys need to jump on my page and wish Drew a speedy recovery. My fellow king, I hope you get better.
Thank you, buddy.
You're going to have to let me know if everything is good and you get better.
I'll give you a ring.
He keeps going.
I'm pulling for you.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
I hope you get better.
I really do. Thank
you.
you.
Have a beautiful day.
Here's that reaction again. Thank you, King. Thank you. And I believe you. And he was fucking wrong. He was as wrong as he could be. Here we are we're 4.5 weeks after that. I'm still sick, King. I'm still sick, man. Give me some magic potions from your wizard or something. Oh my God.
So
I got that on
gross.
Sunday when I was sick as hell.
Damn.
But I was better by Wednesday. I was better. To be fair, I wasn't well, but I was better. So isn't that funny? And I don't know what that is, that appeal disgust.
The breathing in them.
Well, but the sincerity, the saccharity,
sincere.
the syrupy sincerity.
It's the voice, that's the tone I use when I try to wake my daughter up in the morning
yes,
for school. You know what
yes,
I mean? Like,
it is
hey,
something
hey.
like that.
Yeah.
It's something like that harkens from our past.
Yeah.
All right, other TikToks. What other talks we have up there? Let's entertain Ryan. Uh-oh.
Okay, 24/7 every day. I look at you. I say,
Looks like Robert De Niro a little bit.
Okay, I got a bunch of questions. So first of all, did he do that on his own, put his image behind himself millions of times, or somebody else do that?
He did that.
Okay. And is he using a voice instrument, like a voice box where his trachea has been removed?
I don't think so.
Or is he just doing something weird with his voice?
I think that's just his voice. Yeah.
I think the most disturbing thing about this is his bangs.
The
He's got
bangs,
man.
And he's been hair's been recently cut.
It has.
But he could have been at an institution or something. You know what I mean? It could have been like,
I do
hey,
forget
Sonny,
about
time for your haircut.
institution haircut.
But what I like most about him, he has the TikTok eye, the TikTok cool guy eye. Every real cool guy on TikTok has a fucked up eye. Usually, I am on the cool guy on YouTube is fucked up teeth.
Okay.
But the TikTok version is the fucked up eye.
I'm going to look for that.
Now, they can have both. It happens. But take a look again at his eyes. Just play a couple seconds of it for us. Can you see his left eye?
Oh,
his
yeah.
right eye, rather?
Mm-hmm.
It's what it do, okay? 24/7 every day. I look at you.
He might be blind in that eye.
Okay. Does anybody know what he said, by the way? I
No.
didn't catch one word. Anybody?
No clue.
Does he have any other talks up where we can sort of see if he's screwing around or anything, or anything else with him?
This is all we got from him.
Oh, you got to look for that. Christina, get on this. All right, give me another one. By the way, hang on a second.
Looking for new friends,
Oh,
new
boy.
acquaintances,
Eesh.
new people to meet in LA. If you're from LA, let's do a Zoom call. Let's set something up. Let's meet soon. Happy Thursday, everyone.
Ooh, a little king quality in him. little king queens above 18. But he looks like somebody who's taken some sort of Photoshop thing and enlarged his eyes abnormally. Like his eyes, when you look, you're like, ew, is it too
And
big?
they're all dark.
Yes.
But here's the thing. There's someone for him.
That's the crazy
That's the
thing.
beautiful thing
That's
is
a-
there's
yeah.
someone for that guy
Yeah.
with the fucked up eye. There's someone for everyone
There's
out
someone
there.
for everyone, except men fuck that all up by doing
Yep.
shit like this.
That's true.
By being desperate.
This
and
guy
sharing too
could
much
go
and-
out in that outfit right there
Yeah.
and get laid. The minute he starts doing this shit, he ruins
Is there
it.
something under his right earlobe?
I'm wondering that too. Is it an earring?
Or
hanging
is
there?
that
What
something up against the couch? that
It's
we're
just something in the background.
Okay. Yeah, like a phone propped up against the couch or something. Very strange. All right, give me another one.
Oh, yeah.
Let's pray for peace. No more riots. No more
look at his
protests. Let's
eyes.
just have
Look at
peace
those
in
eyes.
this
I mean,
country.
they're only big,
Love
aren't
one
they?
another for who they are.
He looks like he should be wearing glasses
Is
that
he
enlarge
tripping?
your eyes or
Is
something.
he on something?
No, now he's trying a different tack to get women, right? He realized that was a total failure to be desperate and begging. Now you go,
Now
I'm the
he's-
cool guy who prays for peace. I'm
Lay-
that guy.
lay
You
it
like
down.
me. You like me. You know, a lot. I'm Ryan. Back me up on this. I don't know how to frame this except to say that I'm seeing a lot of men taking political positions and advocating sort of what would you call that? Philosophy?
Sure.
Philosophy?
I mean,
In order to appeal to women, to
Yeah.
get laid.
No doubt.
An awful lot of that going on these days, and people don't know it. They're adopting points of view and wholeheartedly jumping in because women find it appealing right now for some reason.
Right.
Some particular.
I'm brushing up on my AOC stuff so I
Right.
can drop that into conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's happening.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
No doubt.
Give me another
Men
time.
will use any angle.
Well, if it
Any
appeals to
angle.
women, they will.
Yes.
They will adopt
course.
it. They'll go with it. So,
Oh,
here we go.
shit.
Is this a cool guy?
I'm gonna say this
Oh, Jesus.
one more time.
Oh my God.
18 plus, motherfucker. If you ain't over 18 and all you have to say is negative shit, delete and block and scroll on by. You don't have to say what y'all saying. You fucking little trolls. See this?
Yeah.
Just for you.
Yeah. Good.
You don't like it? Block. Keep going. 18 plus, adult only. And if you ain't gay, bi, or gay friendly, get out.
Well, hold. Wait. I want to see the thing behind him. I want to see that poster behind him when he put his head to the side. There it is. Grand Central. Something local. It's like a train. What is that? Well, I kind of dig this guy. He's definitely cool.
He's my favorite so far.
Yeah, he's
no
cool.
teeth.
No teeth.
No
cool
shame.
guy. Is that tats around his eyes to make his eyes darken like that, or is that him, or is that eye makeup? What do you think?
I think it's makeup.
Makeup.
It's makeup,
And-
but I think the FU might be tatted.
And then we have. I like the purple beard matching the purple beanie. That's a nice touch. And I actually really like the fact his sort of no bullshit. Hey, I'm gay. Take me as I am.
That's
This is
right.
where it goes. You better be into it. You better be into it or get out of here.
There's
Oh, it says
thought into
Uptown
this.
Local.
There you go,
Uptown Local,
Uptown.
Grand Central.
There's a
But
lot
then
of
there's a
thought
woman's-
into his look.
Yeah. I
He
can't
dyed
imagine.
that. He had to go buy that dye somewhere.
Yeah, I think he has lipstick on too.
He does.
Yeah,
He does have
so,
lipstick on.
good on him. But I'm not sure it's going to serve you well in the world. So I wonder if he can take that shit off.
Where do you fall on someone, although they may be
Whatever's going to come out of your mouth next, I'm bracing for.
although they may be really fucked up.
Yeah.
What if they have genuinely found themselves?
Oh, I like.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like people. I like people in all.
Not Dennis Rodman,
No,
so to speak,
no.
but
I like
someone
Dennis
like
too.
this. I do too,
Yeah.
but I mean someone who's actually really off the reservation, but they are who they are.
That's probably what I find appealing about this guy. That kind of thing. I look at. If you notice what I said next was, it's not going to serve you well.
Right.
You have no teeth, honey. Do you have dentures? You got to move through the world, and I worry about you. And if you can put this on once in a while, and it's cool with you,
Yeah.
good on you, man. I'm all with you. But I just, if it becomes here's the deal. Here's what I worry about. If it becomes a way to get reactions from other people, I wouldn't call that finding yourself then.
Fair enough.
That's projection. That's trying to get a reaction and stuff. And maybe that's part of finding yourself, I guess. But it's defining yourself by what you can evoke in other people,
other
and that's sort of I don't know about that. Then it's usually a traumatic reenactment. So,
all right.
But this guy's getting close. He's getting close to being Pinsky approved.
All right.
Yeah, very
right.
close. Because again, let me say what I mean. I like people in all the variety, in all the flavors
Same.
they show up. I find it fascinating. So here we go. Let's do another one.
Okay, this message is for Donald J. Trump.
Oh.
I know there's very little chance that he'll see it, but, I just want you to know that me and my family, we love you. We think that you're the greatest president
Uh-oh. We're going to cry about it.
that we've ever
Look
had.
at the teddy bears over the shoulder and all
we
the
feel
Christmas stuff.
Christmas straw in their
Bad
cup
for
there.
everything that's happened to you. But we love you.
See, take your
Stay
feelings.
strong.
Take
Just be you.
Just be you.
We're always gonna love you.
Okay.
You got a whole lot of just being him, I tell you.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, blowing
take
kisses.
take
She's
your
married.
oh, she's so sad. Take your feelings about President Trump out of this, whatever they might be, and just look at her. And there's something profoundly entertaining about her.
I love her.
And drunk, right? The slur in the speech and stuff. Yeah, wasted. Okay, yeah, the sudden
Some eggnog
crying
or
and stuff.
something there.
Yeah. Again, good on her.
Yep.
And please keep politics out of it, and then you'll feel differently about it. So, Before the mics heated up, we were reading something about somebody was suggesting that Donald Trump's library should have an amusement park attached to it or be a resort or something. So she could go. She could go.
Golf course.
She could go be a patron. Got some more for me?
Shout out to Brianna Jordan. Happy birthday.
Oh, boy.
You have a good day.
So this is like a Queens Above 18, like the people ask for their greetings from him, you think?
Yeah, this is definitely a knockoff.
That guy,
a
though,
cheap knockoff.
But look at the environment of living with the ceiling and the walls caving in, essentially.
I mean, the phone's on. It looks like it's on the fucking floor, shooting straight up.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure that's a curtain. That might be a pair of like old MC Hammer pants.
Yeah,
or something up behind him there.
Could be, but it probably divides him from something.
It might be a room. Yeah, it's a door. That's a door.
Could be a door. It sure could be, because it's a little high up there to the. Yeah, it could be a door. But got the cool guy everything. Got the cool guy eye. Got the cool guy teeth. Got cool. He's a full on
cool
TikTok
guy here.
Do you have any voice messages for me?
Hey, Dr. Gene. Hey, Mommy Gene.
Hey, Gene.
I live in Virginia. My name is Shane, and I had a question regarding testicles. It's more of a curiosity. It doesn't hurt. It's not painful. But I was having sex in college with my girlfriend.
Yes.
She was on top, and she put a lot of pressure on my testicles, and then they went inside of my body, like up into my body, kind of above my penis into
Now,
the bladder
if
area.
if she came down on him, that's where you get into trouble.
It'd be like Tom's arm.
Yeah,
all your weight.
So the testicle can roll up into the inguinal canal, and it can, if you have like a hernia there, it can go all the way into the inguinal canal. You know, if it's
and
open,
then stay there.
No, you can push it back down.
Yeah, I've had to actually push mine back out of my body. Like that. It's not fun.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't have to be a hernia, but it can be just sort of a patchless canal and stuff and whatever. But that's where they come from. When you're in utero, they're up where the ovaries are, and they descend into the testes later on.
Let me ask you this question. This is a personal one for me here.
Can't wait.
So years and years ago, and I've had it looked at, everything's fine, but it's a question I have. So I felt this pain in my testicles while I was walking, and I was like, man, this is
torsion.
Clearly,
you had torsion.
Something, you
right?
know? So I go look, and it ended up being like a little water sack that had
Cyst.
formed in there.
Yeah.
Okay, no big deal.
Spermatocele.
And then another one a
varicocele.
few years later on top. So now I'm worried, like, why am I getting these? Well, that was it.
You're getting them because you got them.
Yeah, that's what my same doctor.
Yeah.
But of course, I went and got like 6 opinions on this thing.
Ultrasounds, urologist, and
that was the mistake I made. I went
well,
and got
because
the
then what they'll
ultrasound.
say is, well, we can put a needle in there,
And that's what he said. He's like, there's a million nerve endings.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck with this. Take some
Yeah.
ibuprofen. It'll get better. You'll
Yeah.
be good. But I had the girl doing the ultrasound on
Yeah.
my ball bag. I go, is that my testicles over there? She goes, yeah. I go, do you mind turning the screen so I can see it? I almost fucking threw up. I could not see my ball turn on that screen. I was like, oh, I'll turn it. But now, Dr. Drew, this
that's
is what I
funny.
wanted to tell you. That pain, that little tiny pain in my testicle during sex, when I stimulate that pain, I have the most incredible orgasms I've ever had in my life.
Oh, that's
I use the pain from that little cyst.
Increases the intensity somehow.
And torque.
I guess that's,
and torque, Dr. Drew. I'm shooting them like, when you
So-
stimulate that spot, it's like my clitoris almost.
I didn't need to know that. But it reminds me of what some men get from prostate stimulation.
Yeah.
A lot of men sort of get that same thing from that.
So this pain, I've turned it, into
Turn that smile upside down,
sure as
or that
fuck
frown
did.
upside
I sure
down,
as
yeah.
fuck did down there experimenting with
Nice,
myself,
well
and I was
done,
like,
man.
Sweet daddy.
It's
Yeah.
see all that work you put in.
I do. I have a lot of self-love, man.
Well, then you do the statistical analysis. Is there any? Are they accumulated or gotten larger or anything?
No,
Okay.
no.
Because they can get kind of big.
It's been 10, 12 years now.
Sometimes
They've never,
and they're different kinds. Some they're fluid, some they're sperm, some are blood. Some
these are fluid,
just plain old fluid.
and he told me,
Did
don't.
anybody want to put a needle in it?
No,
Because they come back. They usually come back.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
He said you can also damage with all the nerve endings in there. It's just
Yeah.
not worth it.
And they
I
can
was
take
like,
them out. They can, but why would you? You found the grail.
I found the holy
Yeah,
grail.
this
Don't
is
take
good.
it out. I was worried with COVID or anything would change it all.
Yeah, you're
up,
afraid it would go
Yeah, I was
away.
scared it would go away.
Nice.
Actually, I'm going to get a vasectomy. Well, is there any chance that could ruin this? Was I'll wrap it up.
It can change things, but not likely to change things.
All right. I can get it reversed though.
But men do usually, the first orgasm after the vasectomy is usually pretty intense.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Fuck
yeah.
All right.
So you can look forward to that. Well, if you're unhappy with your smile, you do not have to be. Thousands of people have used Candid. Clear, comfortable, removable, practical, invisible aligners. I did it. It's really convenient. It's easy. They help straighten your teeth, and you'll love your smile. You will. Just like Justin from Atlanta, Georgia, he says, when I was younger, I used to have a gap in the front and on the side. I noticed people would always look at my mouth first, so I was looking for a fix. Candid ended up being the perfect company for me. You can't stop me from smiling now. There is no comparison. There's Justin. I'm happy. Your treatment is prescribed and closely monitored remotely by a licensed orthodontist who's an expert in tooth movement. You'll have the same quality of care you'd get from an in-office orthodontist from the comfort and convenience of your own home. And while other companies use general dentists, Candid only works with orthodontists. With Candid, the same orthodontist who created your plan is with you from start to finish, so you never have to wonder how you're doing. The average Candid treatment is just 6 months. You'll start seeing results way before then, and it costs thousands less than traditional braces. Become your best you. Straighten your teeth today. Right now, you can save $75 on Candid's starter kit. Go to CandidCo, that's CANDIDCO.com/Dr. Drew. Then use code Dr. Drew. This is a limited time offer to save $75 on your starter kit. CandidCode.com/Dr. Drew. Code Dr. Drew. Do it today. I'm going to give you an analogy. When you use the bathroom, you close the door because you don't want people looking in on you, right? Well, why would you let people look in on you when you go online? Using the internet without ExpressVPN is like going to the bathroom without closing the door, right? Did you know that your internet service provider, like Comcast or Verizon, knows every single website you visit? And what's worse, they can sell this information to ad companies and tech giants who want to use your data to target you. ExpressVPN puts a stop to all of this. It creates a secure, encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet so that your online activity cannot be seen by anyone. I use ExpressVPN on all our devices. It works on everything, phones, laptops, routers. Everyone who shares your Wi-Fi can still be protected even if they don't have ExpressVPN. That's a big deal. And the best part is using ExpressVPN is as easy as closing the bathroom door. You just fire up the app, click one button, and you are protected. ExpressVPN is the world's #1 rated VPN by CNET, Wired, The Verge, and countless others. So if you're like me and believe your online activity is your business, secure yourself by visiting expressvpn.com/afterdark now. Use our exclusive link, expressvpn.com/afterdark right now, and you can get an extra 3 months for free. That is expressvpn.com/afterdark. Another voice message?
Hey, Hitler. My
Hey.
name's Ariana. I'm from Massachusetts, and I have a cat-related question. I used to be a chronic masturbator in high school, and once I got the Hitachi on, it didn't stop. I was curious, is it possible to damage your nerves on your clit? And if so, how does one gain that back?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Piss on me, beat me. Love you guys.
You got it. Funny, we haven't had that call on this show yet, but it's a common thing. It happens a lot. Women desensitize the clitoris with the vibrators.
And is that permanent?
Well, it can be.
Wow.
It usually isn't if you lay off for months and go back to the hand, stop using the intensity of the vibrators, or accept that as your lot and just bring the vibrator into whatever sexual activity you're
Amen.
doing. And again, men don't care.
No.
Well, there's a weird subset of men that get weird about you using anything other than their penis to have an orgasm. I know. You shouldn't be dating those guys.
Yeah, at all.
That should be an acid test.
Listen,
'Cause-
whatever gets you off,
Yeah,
as long as we're
that's-
not hurting women,
that's right.
children and animals, I'm in.
Yeah, that's
I am in.
that's the general. Ryan represents the vast majority of men
I
in
do,
saying that.
yes.
John here, taking antidepressants and antipsychotics for years. I forgot to take them once in a while, and I get withdrawal symptoms. The one I find most peculiar are the brain shakes, also known as brain zaps or brain shivers. The internet has given me nothing. I was wondering if you're aware of exactly what the chemistry is behind the phenomenon. I am aware it has mostly to do with the serotonin receptors, but what interaction with those could lead to such peculiar feelings is what fascinated me. Okay, so what he's describing is the withdrawal from serotonin reuptaking medication, antidepressants. Particularly the ones that really cause it are like Celexa and Effexor, which is more than just a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. It's a dual agent. And if you taper off medications very slowly, you can avoid all this. But once it kicks in, it can kind of bother you for a year or two. I have patients that still get it long after the fact. We don't know exactly what it is. It feels like electricity running forward in your brain or down your spine. Have you had this?
No, I went on one date with a girl one time.
Yeah.
It was our only date
Yeah.
because of this, but she was talking to me about coming off this medication. In
Yeah.
the middle of conversation, she would
and
she would tell me she would feel these electric impulses, and I was like, we're good.
The most
We're good.
the most common thing is a feeling of electricity going
That's
forward
what
or
she
going
would say,
down.
like little
but it'll feel like zaps. So describe it in all kinds of ways. It has an uncanny quality to it. It's not something normal happening. So something that can happen from SSRIs.
But that is normal if you just don't properly wean off of them. Is that
correct?
Okay.
That will happen a lot. If you go fast off Effexor or a
You'll feel
Selexor,
that shit.
you will feel that. Yeah, that will, or Paxil, whatever, that will happen. Paxil, I guess, the one that does it even more. And even tapering slow doesn't guarantee you won't get it. Some people can get it even so. Let's talk to a shoe licker. We got deep into Christina and I got deep into shoe licking, or trying to understand a guy sucking on his shoe in a subway the other day.
Ew.
Like whether that was some sort of master-slave thing and he was videoing it for her or something, or what the hell. What is this? The guy looks like a...
Yeah, see, some people just cannot believe that I am who I am. Claiming, for example, that I disinfected a shoe before I fucking licked it. Well, here is the shoe I'm wearing. I hope you can see that. This is unfortunately... I'm in a construction zone.
Clearly.
Hello. With a bunch of workers, nasty floor, people with cleaning supplies. Hello. And my shoes. I've walked through grease, mud, dirt, everything, and sweaty sweat from laborers, I assume. Fuck, how much time do you have? Rip it off. Hang on. No. And you can see the bottom of the shoe is not clean.
Ew. And why? Why are we doing this?
Ugh,
People,
fuck.
I'm John fucking McAfee. Thank you.
Guy like this will live to 110 years old too.
I have no explanation.
Let me ask you
I
this
really
question,
don't. And by the way, everything I said about liking people just got challenged.
Yeah, you didn't say all people.
Challenged.
How about being heterosexual, homosexual, transgender, a shoe licker, and shutting the fuck up about it? How about that?
I love that.
Why do we have to go on TikTok and show that you do that?
Well, this
Just
is
fucking lick shoes.
Well, a couple things. Oh, he's what?
Whoa, he's got. I don't even have a Wikipedia. This
Yeah.
motherfucker's got. I gotta step my game
He
up.
resigned from the company. He's 75 years old. This is wild. Can you give us any more about him?
He looks.
He's a
wildly
libertarian. We know
successful.
that. Roanoke. Oh my God. Since leaving McAfee, like the stuff, the computer stuff. Oh my God. He's a political activist. He ran for president.
What?
Is that what that says? Unsuccessful something. I can't quite read it. Lived in Belize for a while. Something's wrong. What happened to this guy?
Oh, he unsuccessfully sought the Libertarian Party.
I see.
But he did go for it too. Oh, he went this past run here.
Let's
He
go
was-
down to personal life. Go all the way to personal life. Just click on that. Let's see what's going on here. Mensa. Yeah, you get he's smart.
He was
You get-
deported from Guatemala.
For what?
He didn't just come here. He was.
He was
a
former
prostitute.
cocaine baron is writing his official biography. See, we're getting a little wacky here. On Twitter, he has 47 biological children.
What?
So maybe a little bipolar, maybe? What's going on here? Something, he's coming off the rails for some reason. All right, well, he's a fascinating dude. I'm liking him a little more, sort of getting the whole story in. But back to your idea about everybody standing on a rooftop and letting you know their fill in the blank proclivities. With, though, the internet, I think part of being attractive to say who would ever like him licking shoes is putting it out there so he gets something back. Yeah, he's fishing to get something back. He wants to be a
There's definitely somebody out there.
There's a dominatrix that will come help him or something that he wants to attract or something like that. Otherwise, I like people keeping it to themselves and their friends and their family.
You. Just shut the fuck up about it.
Let's talk about somebody getting yelled at by a boat captain. Looks like Jews getting yelled at. That's interesting.
What's the problem? What?
Listen up. Time out.
They're on a
Can
boat?
everybody hear me?
They're on a boat.
I don't know what you're doing. I'm the captain on this boat. I've been doing this 25 years. I have never felt a boat shake like that before from jumping up and down.
Thank you so much for the compliment.
So they want to try to sink the ship? Is that the plan?
You disrespectful motherfuckers. Stop talking for a second.
Uh-oh.
When I'm making an announcement, you shut the fuck up.
See, he thought they was
and
giving him a
listen to me.
compliment.
Going back
They were
to the
like,
dock, I never seen something so disrespectful in my entire fucking life. When I'm
This
speaking,
guy's confused. Like, what?
you shut the fuck up. Do you understand?
Well, look how they all take the shame. Oh, I'm shamed. I'm shamed. They all bow their head and go walk out.
That's what religion does to you. It just shames
There you go.
Just
Well,
shames you.
You know, I think the captain misinterpreted what was going on, but he is the captain after all. He can do what he wants.
I think he got a little scared of that fucking sinking that
Yeah,
ship. Yeah,
yeah.
he was scared.
Yeah, he was, and he thought that they didn't understand the seriousness of the boat shaking as it did. Let's try another voice message.
He told him to shut the fuck up.
Voice message.
Hey, Mommy Tina and Dr. Drew. This is Colby. I
Colby?
recently quit smoking weed because my husband and I are looking to conceive within the next year or so.
Okay.
But ever since I quit, I've been having a really hard time making brown, and I am normally an every morning browner. Is there any correlation between the two? Better believe I'm coming up in May. Love you guys.
I suppose there is, right? I mean, you're taking a substance every day, and then you stop taking it. Your body changes as a result. My bet is it will go back to normal, but take something, take some stool softener or something in the meantime.
When I quit, the only side effect I had, and I was really surprised, I didn't miss it, I wasn't craving it, but every fucking night I had anxiety dreams.
Yeah, sleep. Sleep disturbance.
Night.
Yeah.
I had, and I didn't realize how smoking marijuana at night actually helped me sleep through the night. I didn't realize, because I've been doing it for so long, and then I stopped for a couple months, and I was like, fuck, every single night. And it was always nonsense. I can't find my keys. I'm running late.
Anxiety dreams.
Yeah.
Well, those are actually withdrawal dreams.
You know, and
that's
I was
what,
like,
not
is
just
that what it
anxiety,
was,
withdrawal
really?
dreams. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, sleep disturbance is the number one complaint.
But I didn't have a problem shitting.
Can go up to 6 months. But
6
It's
months?
usually about 3 months, 2 or 3 months, usually, and then it gets better by itself.
Yeah, I didn't go that long. I went a couple months, and
yeah,
I was like,
2-3
let's
months.
get back on the weed here.
Oh, you went back on the weed?
Oh, of course.
Oh, I didn't.
I wasn't sleeping well, Dr. Drew.
Fair enough. As long as you're not, have any issues with it. Let's see. Hormone replacement therapy had oophorectomy, the eggs removed, the ovaries removed at 38 due to borderline tumor. Menopause, even though I was functioning, I inquired into hormone replacement therapy. I was told it was a bad idea as my mother developed breast cancer because she was on estrogen in the 90s and when she was in menopause. Am I doomed to have a dry meow the rest of my days? You should sit down and talk to a doctor about it who knows something about this. There are newer ways of... Oh, my gosh, I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you, Dr. Drew. Bless you.
There's something in this studio. There are newer ways of getting hormone replacement therapy that are different than what your mother most probably put on. And there's some data that suggests if you get put on the estrogen with testosterone, there may not be an added risk of breast cancer. So you really want to talk to somebody who has some expertise in giving them the full range of hormone replacement therapies. And most women feel the risk is worth it, even if there is a risk, because they feel so much better when they get on the hormones. And another thing, we don't pay enough attention to perimenopause in women.
Right between, just before menopause.
Yeah, just before. It has a lot of mood and a lot of stuff is happening that women don't realize as a result of their hormones are failing. They're not.
I've
getting
learned
it.
about that in the last couple of
Yeah,
years.
and doctors do not pay attention to it. So do you have somebody in your life that's going through that?
Yeah,
or?
my daughter's mother was going through it. Hormones and
I'm telling you,
hot flashes.
Oh,
and
she's going through the full thing.
Irritable.
That may be
I mean,
full
even more
menopause.
irritable. You know what I'm saying?
There are, I think, BioT, if I remember. Look at BIOTE. There's a company that does a lot of bioidentical hormone replacement. I've talked to these guys before. BioTE. There it is. BioTE. Yep. Let's see what comes up. Yep. Address hormone imbalance. So BioT is something you can look at. They have providers around. You can find providers who use these plant-based bioidentical hormones that are a lot of women. I've sent a lot of women to get replacement of that stuff, and they really changes them.
All right.
You can send your ex-wife to that.
That's okay. Ex-fiance.
Ex-fiance.
Dr. Drew.
I mean, she may appreciate you even more. I'm just saying. When people feel so much better after they get
Can't
on
wait
this
to
stuff.
tell her.
They are so grateful when they get on this stuff.
Nothing like a man telling a woman in perimenopause what she should do.
You'd be surprised because women are desperate to get some relief from this stuff.
I'll throw it out there.
BioT. All right, so we're TikTok. We got something up?
All right, people. Who wants to play?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
So we're looking at leather.
I love this belt.
I like that. Look at is it a towel?
The dragon blanket or something. Yeah.
I like the way oh, Jesus. A piece of wood. Blake. I like the way he's like breathing hard. This is like gets him excited just to see the equipment.
And is that a piece of rope back there, or is that part of the blanket?
I think that's part of the blanket. But it is interesting, right, that there'd be a rope image behind him. Another TikTok.
And number 4 is the softness of the feminine. So the hugs you give him and how soft they are. He loves those, the soft kisses that you give him when he's snuggling up next to you and he's feeling your soft skin and he's smelling how good you smell. All of that men crave.
Why is a gay man giving advice about what women like?
Thank you so much, man.
Right? Am I missing something?
No, not at all. He missed a button on that shirt, though.
But, I mean, there's no reason a gay guy can't give advice about heterosexual. Just the same way a heterosexual can give advice about gay relationships, I suppose. But it seems a little odd. We have another video up there I saw. Unless you want to give me more talks, I'll take another talk if it's easier for you guys.
I got into porn and all these girls were like, no, anal's awesome. I love it. Big gaping butthole, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, maybe I need to try this again. And I got a lot of advice and like kind of figured out how to work up to it. And now it's awesome.
Big gaping butthole's a good thing?
I see that trend in porn. I see this guy. I am not into.
No, I mean,
seeing inside your butt.
I know. And Segura sent, during one of the live shows, showed prolapsing anuses and stuff, which is disgusting. Touching. Massaging each other's prolaps.
Oh,
I just see a big surgery.
God. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Yeah, you have to.
No,
rush
I mean
off the
touching
surgery.
two people touching them.
But Mike Catherwood, the guy, Mike who I used to do Loveline with, would constantly sending me weird ass stuff like that, including one woman who was so gaping they were eating Fruit Loops.
Come on!
Yes.
Fuck that! I can't even.
I'm
I don't know
sure
what's
our
into the
crack
gape.
Staff could find that one.
Seeing in it,
but I'd
I
rather
don't need
not
to see in it.
Oh my gosh, you've gone incognito. Oh, you have to go. He has to go through ExpressVPN to make sure no one is looking. Fruit Loops porn video. There it comes. Oh my god.
No, my God. There it is. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
That's like a whole cup in there.
Yeah. You thought it was just a couple of Fruit Loops. No, you're talking about a cereal bowl.
I thought the Fruit Loops were just sitting in there.
What is this? Oh, we have Fruit Loops commercial. Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Oh my.
Oh, they put a
God.
But they actually put an anoscope on that one. Yeah, that's gross.
Fuck.
That's gross.
It's funny when you consider
that scope
yourself.
She has there is called an anoscope.
That's a medical instrument.
Yeah.
It's funny because I like to think I'm a freak, and then I see shit like this, and I'm like, I am so vanilla.
You are milquetoast.
I am so vanilla.
All right, we have another video there. Is a Brazilian politician caught panty sniffing.
All right.
Sickler's into this.
I'm into this.
Oh my God!
Camera.
No.
On
a Zoom. Oh my God. I wonder what they're saying. It's Portuguese. This guy's examining panties. Like he's looking at like a microscope.
Somebody trying to tell him.
Oh, and the other people are like, "What are you doing?" Oh, he's like, "I can turn the video off."
Busted.
Oh boy.
I know a couple girls who mail panties to guys and make quite a little chunk of change on the side.
I do.
of it.
I'm sorry. Again, I'll make my disclaimer that I like people. I do not understand that behavior.
I don't either.
But
I'm gonna start getting women's panties. And
I guess
think
it makes
I'm gonna mail them to
sense
people.
biologically in terms of how the olfactory system is tied into everything sensory and arousal and emotional. So it makes some sense. Let's just say that I'm going to guess that 12 to 14 window still somehow is affected by something happened there.
Look
He came
again.
on mom stuff, or he came
to
upon
each their own.
Came upon mom stuff one time or something. I don't mean.
But if I was into that, it would take more than a random pair of panties in the mail. Like I would want to. There would be something about you. A connection, whether it's the way you look or smell or something that would make me want those panties.
Yes.
But if I just received a pair from a stranger in the mail over the internet, that would not.
It's funny. I can kind of relate to what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I need a connection for that.
As unappealing as that behavior is to me, I get what you're saying. I get what you're talking about. Man, that was something. Do we have more talks lying around? Maybe or some voice messages. Let's start with a voice message. Just give me the voice. We got a few more minutes to go.
Hey, Dr. Drew. This is Stephanie. Long-time listener here. This is the Days of Love line.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Anyways, I had a question for you about orgasm.
Okay.
So I actually, when I'm working out at the gym, when I do certain movements, I tend to have the sensation to orgasm. The two movements specifically are
leg lifts,
hanging leg raises,
that's the one,
and also weighted hip thrusts. So,
that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if this is normal, or if you've heard of any other women experiencing this.
You have.
I feel like every time I do these two exercises, I feel like I need an orgasm at the gym. So it's pretty crazy. All right. Well, thank you. I hope to hear
So
back.
hanging like this and raising your legs?
Yeah.
For women?
No, not for women. For women wired this way.
I see.
She's multi-orgasmic.
Okay.
She is multi-orgasmic. And so the women like that can really orgasm very easily. And that's one of the movements they can do to make that happen. And
I'd have abs like you wouldn't believe.
And I've actually heard of a male doing it. One time I heard a male being able to do that.
See, it would be annoying actually to do that.
Yeah.
Because we have a cleanup.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't say that you could just come like that and then mail your panties to somebody.
Yeah, give me another voice message. They're too good. They're so good. Another one.
Hey, Dr. Drew. My name is Cameron from Texas. I recently started working out, and I mainly do dumbbell lifts. And I was wondering if it's normal for when you return to the starting position, the tendon in your elbow to kind of like snap or pop. It doesn't hurt. It does have sensation.
Yeah.
I can't really explain it very well. The best way I could probably explain it is the guy that could crack his dick. Anyway, thanks, Hitler. Bye.
So the tendon's slipping, and why it's slipping, I don't know. The doctor, the orthopedist, ought to look at that, make sure you don't have something that you're going to harm by overdoing it. So it's not supposed to do that, but it can also be no big deal. But it can also be something that needs to get kind of looked at, fixed.
Isn't that like everything though?
It is kind of anything out of the ordinary. You ought to have just looked at just to be sure.
You just got to get out of the house and have some eye fucking look at it.
I love that you have a doctor that's so good with you. And
Man, he's the one that figured out I had factor 5. When I went to the oncologist, he said, "Your primary care physician figured this out."
It's pretty
I said,
rare.
Yeah. He goes, "That is rare.
Yeah.
That's a good doctor. You stay with that."
That's
doctor.
right. And I like his approach to some of the stuff you come in with and stuff. It's good.
He's younger and he's legit with me. I'm very open with him about everything.
Where was he trained? Do we know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he's a great doctor.
One more TikTok and we'll wrap it up.
White guys, I'm in love with your farts. I'm in love with white guys' 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 farts. I'm in love with smelling white guys' farts.
Okay.
I'm in love with smelling white guys' farts.
Okay.
I'm in love with smelling white guys' farts. I'm in love with smelling white guys' farts. I'm in love with
Does this go
smelling white
anywhere?
guys' farts.
Does this go somewhere?
I'm in love with smelling white guys' farts. I'm in love with the smell of
60
white guys'
seconds
farts.
of
I'm in
what-
love with
what-
smelling white
white
guys'
guys'
farts.
farts.
I'm in love with smelling white
How
guys'
did Christina
farts.
find
I'm in
this
love with
stuff?
smelling white guys' farts.
Okay, well there you are. Usually farting and then laughing or using farts as weapons and stuff, that is a white guy thing.
No doubt.
You do that to some of your other friends who aren't white, and you could get your ass kicked.
That's true.
It's just not funny.
It's definitely white
It's just
guys.
gross. And
But do races farts smell different?
That's what I don't know.
Does a white fart smell different than
That's a really
an
interesting
Asian
question.
fart?
I doubt it. It's all the same bacteria.
Diet, I guess.
Same bacteria.
Maybe.
So we're contemplating the important philosophical sort of
What
notions.
you do here.
Yeah, we contemplate the important things of the world here at
love
After
this
Dark.
show.
Ryan, thank you for coming in, man. What do you
Thank
want
you for having me.
What do you want to promote?
RyanSickler.com is my website. Ryan Sickler on all social media. Subscribe to my podcast, The Honeydew, which I would love to have you back
gotta
on,
get back.
please.
Yeah.
We're highlighting the lowlights over there. Go to my YouTube, youtube.com/rsickler. Subscribe there. And also I have a Patreon that's the community's growing, highlighting the lowlights with y'all. It's called The Honeydew with y'all. And you submit us stories, and I review them, and then I've talked to a woman who had 2 vaginas.
Yep.
I've talked to a
I've
guy
seen
who
that.
died.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to a guy who had someone else's head blown off onto his face.
Oh.
It's a wild fucking show out there.
Wow,
Dr. Drew.
man.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It's a wow. And subscribe
Look
today.
forward to coming on in. Subscribe where?
Today. Just go to RyanSickler.com. It's all there.
All right, my friend. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, as always.
We needed someone to sit in for Christina, who'll be back here. And appreciate all you guys sending those voice messages and emails. And they really are, when the voice messages are just getting better and better. So please send those on. I love those things. And we'll see you next time. All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.